The year was 1978, and the skies above Portland, Oregon were serene as United Airlines Flight 173, a Douglas DC-8, embarked on its routine journey from Denver, Colorado. Little did the passengers and crew aboard know that what began as an ordinary flight would descend into chaos and tragedy. The December 28, 1978 events would forever be etched into aviation history as United Flight 173 met its untimely demise. Today we delve into the intricate details of that fateful day, exploring the sequence of events leading up to the accident, dissecting the complex interplay of human error and mechanical malfunction, and unraveling the tragic narrative from the moment the problem was noticed until the heart-wrenching crash. Anticipation hung thick as the DC-8 taxied down the Denver-Stapleton International Airport runway. The hum of the engines, the chatter of passengers, and the meticulous preparations of the flight crew created an aura of anticipation tinged with excitement. For many on board, the flight to Portland International Airport represented a journey home, a business venture, or a reunion with loved ones. However, the tranquility of the flight was soon shattered by the emergence of a seemingly innocuous problem that would ultimately snowball into disaster. Approximately 1 hour into the flight, as the aircraft cruised through the expansive skies, the vigilant eyes of the flight crew detected a subtle anomaly, a hint of uncertainty regarding the status of the landing gear. It was a moment of hesitancy, a flicker of doubt that threatened to disrupt the delicate equilibrium of the journey. The seasoned and disciplined crew immediately sprang into action, striving to decipher the enigma concealed within the belly of the aircraft. With the specter of uncertainty looming overhead, the flight crew initiated a cautious descent into troubleshooting, navigating the labyrinthine corridors of protocol and procedure. Communication crackled between the cockpit and air traffic control, a symphony of voices striving to decipher the cryptic language of aviation. Meanwhile, the passengers, oblivious to the unfolding drama, remained ensconced in their seats, their fate suspended precariously in the balance. The question loomed large in the minds of investigators and aviation enthusiasts alike. Was the fault human error or a mechanical issue beyond human control? As the events of that fateful day unfolded, the answer remained elusive, obscured by the complexities of human cognition and the vagaries of machine functionality. Some pointed accusatory fingers at the crew, attributing the tragedy to lapses in judgment, communication, and decision-making. Others, however, contended that the roots of the disaster lay deeper, entwined with the intricate mechanisms of the aircraft itself, a confluence of mechanical disorders that conspired to thwart the best-laid plans of human endeavor. The exact mechanical fault that precipitated the crash of United Flight 173 in 1978 was a landing gear issue. Specifically, the landing gear indicator light failed to illuminate, indicating whether the landing gear was fully extended and locked in place. This problem initially led the flight crew to suspect a malfunction with the landing gear system. As a result, the flight crew entered a holding pattern near Portland, Oregon to troubleshoot the issue and attempt to resolve it before making an emergency landing. However, while the crew focused on addressing the landing gear problem, they neglected to monitor the aircraft's fuel levels adequately. Captain Melbourne McBroom was the commanding officer of United Flight 173 on that fateful day in 1978. He was an experienced pilot who had spent many hours flying, having served in the United States Air Force before joining United Airlines. McBroom was regarded as a skilled aviator, known for his calm demeanor and steady hand in the cockpit. One primary criticism against Captain McBroom was his failure to manage the aircraft's fuel situation adequately. Despite repeated warnings from the first officer and onboard systems about the dwindling fuel levels, Captain McBroom remained fixated on resolving the landing gear issue. This singular focus on the immediate problem led to a critical loss of situational awareness regarding the fuel situation, a lapse that ultimately proved fatal. Additionally, Captain McBroom's decision to delay initiating an emergency landing until the landing gear issue was resolved has been scrutinized. Some critics argue that he should have prioritized the safe landing of the aircraft over troubleshooting a non-critical issue, especially considering the escalating fuel crisis. However, it's important to note that the decision-making process in high-pressure situations is complex and influenced by many factors, including the information available at the time and the captain's judgment. Ultimately, the aircraft ran out of fuel while circling above Portland, resulting in a loss of engine power and a forced emergency landing. The DC-8 aircraft crashed into a wooded area near the suburb of East Burnside Street, striking trees and houses before coming to a stop. The impact caused significant damage to the aircraft and resulted in multiple fatalities and injuries among the passengers and crew. The investigation into the crash revealed that the malfunction of the landing gear itself was not the direct cause of the accident. Instead, the crew failed to manage the situation and maintain situational awareness effectively, particularly regarding the dwindling fuel levels, which ultimately led to the tragic outcome. This accident highlighted the importance of proper crew resource management, effective communication, and decision-making in aviation safety. In the crucible of that fateful day, human error and mechanical malfunction collided with catastrophic consequences, leaving a trail of devastation and despair in their wake. Yet amidst the wreckage and ruin, lessons emerged that would shape aviation safety's future and usher in an era of heightened vigilance and accountability. As we reflect on the events of December 28, 1978, let us honor the memory of those who perished aboard United Flight 173 and strive to ensure that such a tragedy never occurs in the skies again.